If, as an example... So I can't see around this corner, for example. If I threw a light over here, a flashlight, wouldn't do a thing. Zombies would not react in any way at all. They don't care about light. They only care if they can see you. So it's your personal lighting status that's important. So you can throw lights around corners and zombies won't blink, they won't move to investigate, they won't be attracted to it, none of that stuff. It's only your own personal lighting situation. They've got to see you in order for them to react. So, like I said, that's why nothing's happening right now. And I could drive my vehicle around town. I just don't want to. I don't plan on going this direction too much longer anyway. And it's getting a little crowded, so we're going to leave the vehicle here. It's in full condition. Full. Actually, did we do any damage when we were running stuff over earlier? Nope. That's what we smashed all those zombies at the farm. We didn't take any damage. So it's still in perfect shape. It would take a pretty concerted effort, and zombies don't really shred vehicles now like they used to. So it'll be fine. And I'll be out of the reality bubble range real quick anyway. So what are we looking for? We got the motel. I don't really need a map, so I don't really care. I'm going to head in towards the center of town. The problem here is, well, see, this doesn't actually work for me because I don't care about the mill surplus. They have nothing I want. Hunting store might have something I want, maybe. And that's about it. I need recycling centers, and my chances of finding a recycling center without being able to have the map revealed are almost none. Crap. So this plan actually sucks. Nothing's been... Yeah, this plan's terrible. This is a terrible plan. Who came up with this plan? This plan doesn't work. Because I need to find specific buildings, and I can't do that in the dark. If the moon were up, and we had the full moon bonus, I could travel at night, and I would see a few spaces ahead of me, what buildings I was coming up on. But right now, I'd have to actually walk on to every single space in order to see what kind of building was there. It would take me forever. Yeah, then I'd have to run out of the city in the daylight, which is not super dangerous for me if I stayed near a residential area, but it could get me in trouble. Alright, let's head back out of town for a second. I gotta rethink this plan. This was a terrible plan. Oops. Sorry, zombie. All I got left is fab books, and whoops, I don't have tailoring to 8 yet. How do I not have tailoring to 8? What the heck? Everything else isn't really going to change much. Although that's 18 minutes to 9 with no negative, so we definitely want that one. And we'll just finish off. Whoops, with that. Alright, flashlight off. Dolomites on. And finish reading. Yeah, I need daylight. I either need to drive through the town in the daylight so I can get it to map, or I need to find the high point. I can't do it at night. Given that we're after targeted buildings, it's just not going to work the other way. So we're back to reading again, so if anybody's got questions about the game mechanics, or you're curious about why or how I do certain things, feel free to ask. We're not going to be doing anything interesting in-game that I have to pay huge attention to for a little bit. Not daylight yet. Some water. And now we're dead tired. Of course, as soon as the sun comes up, we're dead tired. That is exactly how my timing usually works. Gotta have my goggles on, too. That was kind of silly. Thoughts on current situation with archery builds? What's the situation? Tell me what you think the situation is. I don't know what the situation means. I have thoughts. I was very clear about my thoughts when various changes were made. I posted on Reddit. I made a few comments on some Discords. Oops. Oh, there we go. Ooh, bacon. Alright, full and hydrated. Overly full. Now, come on! I haven't had any of those in a while. The food you eat is disgusting. What? I just ate bacon. All right, somebody needs to be having a talking to. But they're too weak and rely on looting luck. Starting an archer build with naked and afraid. Yeah, you're gonna be screwed. So my thoughts on archery builds. There's two problems I have with archery. Problem one, archery should take stamina. You can currently fire arrows non-stop for hours and not lose a single whiff of stamina. That is stupid, and I really don't like it. Second, I'm a really big hater on the whole arbitrary line that has been drawn regarding critical hits. So, the way it's set up currently is you have to do X amount of damage to a zombie's base hit point level in order to be able to score a critical hit. It's an arbitrary line that somebody, that will be unnamed by me, decided to draw that dictated that beyond this point, no critical hits are ever possible, period. And what happens is characters using bows up to, now this may have changed because I haven't dealt with them in a while, but up to the longbow, no matter how skilled you were, you could be a god bowman with 20 in every skill, 15, 20 in every stat, didn't matter. But if you were using a longbow or below, self-bow, short bow, longbow, and so on, you could not ever score a critical hit on a standard zombie, just the standard, medium, average zombie. It was flat impossible. Could not be done, no matter what. Didn't matter how good you were. But, hand-to-complete moron, a composite bow, who's never touched a bow in his life, he instantly starts to score critical hits for 80, 90 points of damage. That is how the system is set up currently. There's this arbitrary line drawn that takes no other factor into consideration. Doesn't matter how skilled you are, doesn't take anything else into account. I hate that. I'm a big hater on arbitrary lines drawn in systems like this. We've got a really complicated, elegant game system with tons of overlapping skills and abilities and traits and circumstances and so on. There need to be some other factors involved to determine these things. So having just a line drawn in the sand by somebody that says here's where you are and are not allowed to get critical hits. I really hate that determination. So I think it's a cop-out to make the math simple and to make the system simple, and to not bother incorporating any other kind of variability or variations to it. So that's kind of my thoughts. But yeah, if you're playing Naked and Afraid and you don't have access to anything above a longbow, you're not going to score critical hits. And since most of the damage for archery was slanted to occur from the critical hit side, they lowered the base damage and raised the critical hit damage, then you're going to be firing an awful lot of arrows. The good news being that, conversely, you aren't going to be spending any stamina doing it. So I think it should be twofold. Change stamina, so archery requires stamina. It takes some strength to draw those bows and to be doing that stuff constantly. And change the critical hit system so it's not just a point, a line drawn that says, beyond this stage none shall pass. That's it. Now, I haven't looked into it in a couple of months. I mean, archery was bad, then 0.E hit, and archery was way overpowered. Then this adjustment that I'm referring to now is what I'm basing my current comments on. A change was made after that point that put in this arbitrary critical hit system and changed the bow damage levels and all that. So that's pretty much my current standing. I haven't done a bow character recently, so I don't know 100% if I'm still up to date on any other changes that may have been made. But I don't remember any conversations recently about it. So I don't know. There just needs to be something in the system. I mean, especially when you combine it with things like, I know the horse thing has changed a bit. They're now afraid of zombies or something, but being able to jump on a horse and then fire bows in just like a machine gun with no consequences and no danger and such was just all sorts of OP silliness. So, however, there's my thoughts. What am I doing? You successfully derailed me. I got all excitable about talking about bows, and I forgot to keep reading. Oh, never mind. We had sun come up. It's time to actually get moving. So, I don't want to try to drive into this place. The hotel's not tall enough to give me a sight advantage. I could get to the roof of some of these buildings if they have an upper floor, but I really don't want to run into a town during the daylight. But you gotta play the long game with Cataclysm. It goes through stages and waves and ups and downs. Everybody gets all bent when their favorite style or build or item or whatever gets changed, nerfed, adjusted, moved to Aftershock, whatever. But it goes in waves. I long ago learned to just I really don't care anymore. But I mean, I've got so many hours in the game at this point that not much phases me. But yeah, I go for variety. I mean, that's why even I obviously into my certain ruts that I tend to fall into. But I try to force myself into different play styles and different things with the various challenges that I do. But I definitely understand people that get all excited about doing certain things or learning how to do certain things and wanting to take advantage of it only to have it change on them. I'm going to try to drive in here a little ways. We'll see what happens, but I'm probably not going to like it. And we'll probably drive back out again. Saw something red on my screen for a second there. See, I need to get into this section. That's a lot of driving, though. Play for 1 year? Are you saying you played for a year, or are you telling me as a challenge to play for a year? Because I wouldn't make it. I would die of boredom so early. The great killer for Vormithrax is boredom more than anything else, even more than turrets. I die of boredom more often than I die of pretty much any other cause nowadays. Yeah, I'm not liking that drive. I can't bring myself to make that drive. We're out of here. Game challenge? Yeah. The problem is, I either have to dial the difficulty settings up so stupendously high to give myself a challenge. Otherwise, like this challenge, I mean, we're two sessions in, and I'm already maxed out on most of the all the crafting skills. I've got every single book that I need in the game. We're in top-end gear. We're just rolling around looking for problems now. So I've already basically exhausted the normal progression. So, and I mean, we're on day 84. So I could do it even faster if I really put my mind to it. But I just run out of stuff to do. I mean, I can turn a character into a super character so quickly that, and anybody can that's got a lot of experience with the game. These are fairly easy I mean, these are easy world settings for me, but yeah, I wouldn't last. I couldn't play for a year. You guys would get so annoyed with me because I'd be so so grumbly. I don't think you could watch me try to survive for a year in Cataclysm. There just would not be any entertainment value. You'd all lose patience with me pretty quick. So we're going north, as you can see. I didn't like the setup in that last place. I think we're better served going somewhere else with a little better arrangement of terrain and vehicles and so on. I don't care about an orchard. Let's drive right through the crater area here. Get a little bit of radiation, maybe. Military helipad. Not good to approach in the daytime, with this vehicle at least. And doesn't have anything I want or need. I've already got more ammo that I can use, so I don't need to kill the turrets for ammo. I can't fill the vehicle up with gas anyway, so the diesel pump is useless. I've already got the basic soldier gear in large quantities. Yeah, there's nothing in particular there I need, so not the kind of place I'm looking for. I don't know why that zoom level it bogs terribly when I try to drive at that zoom level. Can't control my vehicle to any degree when I'm at that higher zoom. Build my own house. That falls pretty close into the naked and afraid, into wilderness, into woods type of challenge. I've never been a real big fan of that whole style. Largely just due to my knowledge of the game. There's just not that much challenge to it. It just passes time and takes a lot of time to do. It doesn't actually provide much in the way of an interesting challenge. It's the same reason why you don't see me do Naked and Afraid. Well, I've done some variations of it, but you don't usually see me do In the Woods type stuff. There's what I need. Right there. Perfect. Awesome. I was wondering when we'd finally find another one of these. This, oops, still got the dome lights going, do I? Well, that's terrible. Bet you we're still at 100. Yep. Just a few solar panels. Plus the alternator, of course. Ah, we got the empty one. No goodies. But this is all I really cared about. And we got another tower. Hey, there's a lab. Ooh, a steel factory. Uh-oh. Griffin Grove. Abandoned drive-thru? Ooh, I haven't seen an abandoned drive-thru. Man, the customers have to drive quite a ways to get to the drive-thru. No wonder it's abandoned. That's, whoever decided to build out here didn't obey the location rules for real estate. And we got a dump and a prison wedged up against each other. That seems appropriate. Steel factory. Lab. So somebody remind me, which is it? Lab, science lab. Which one's the new one, which one's the old one? I still can't get my brain to remember which is which. Acid ants, another radio tower. Alright, so show me a recycling center, please. Nope, no recycling center. Dang it. So this radio tower means I'll get a full view of this. We've got an acid ant and a regular ant hill. Poor Jericho. And how do we get to all these things? So no problem getting to the lab. Right up the road. Across the river, we gotta drive. Yeah, we pretty much gotta drive right through the middle of town. Get out of Killington. That'd be a fun place to get killed, Killington. That gets us across the big river, so we got a bunch of endpoints down this way. Got the fair-sized city, and on the other side of it, more endpoints. Any other cities? Oh, my map runs out. Alright, not too bad. Hey, giant frog, you want some of this? You give good meat, or you give mutant? You give mutant. That's unfortunate. Never seen Vorm handle a Terrific Grove? I've only gone into them once or twice. I died at one once. I had a pretty long run that we died. I ran into the Triffid Grove, went underground, and I don't remember what I got killed by, but I wasn't prepared for it. I was basically just suiciding the character. But no, I've never really done a Triffid Grove run, or attempted to clear out a Triffid Grove, especially the underground section or whatever. Mainly because, why? A lot of the things I run into are problems of, why should I bother? I'm not aware of there being any particular reason to go do that. I like this stuff. This is cool. It's a nice addition. I wonder if these lotus... I know cattails have quite a few uses. I wonder if these lotus have some kind of a use. And do all riverbanks have this stuff now, or is it just these ones near the swamp? I'm assuming since it's on the north side, it's the riverbank, not just the swamp relation. Ugh, see, I can't drive with this. It's just, terrible. Let's stay on the road. Yeah, alright, so yeah, it is riverbank. Cool. We needs more riverbank variety, more water variety. I get a lot of quests for doing aquatic and river type stuff. There's just not enough content for it yet. Once they get some more content in there, maybe. But with the way the world builds and what's available or possible, it just doesn't have much interest yet. Okay. Yeah, we're going to check the lab first, regardless of which kind it is. The new kind. So lab is the new kind. Science lab is the old kind. I could get killed here. This will be fun. At least we can stop driving the car. What you got? Million glasses? Yeah, million glasses. Broken vending machine. And, ooh, what you got? Cooking on a budget. Man, loader's helper. Oh. I don't have a science card. I don't think these have the turret. I don't think it's gonna matter. Maybe it has a turret. I'm not sure. Jackhammer to my east. Come here, Jack. Alright, didn't think they had a bird in here. Alright, let's switch this around just. Like that. Monoblade on. We're going to drop the backpack here. We're likely to get swarmed as soon as we go down. An autoclave. That's funny. First scientist I kill. Alright, turn the monoblade off. Grab the autoclave. Go back upstairs. So, we have an autoclave. Exciting. So, mountable autoclave. I just need a couple of... I need one more power converter. No problem. Oh, they have no computers up here. Alright. Guess we'll get one from downstairs then. Alright, so I do not have Z levels turned on. If I had Z levels turned on, we could just park up top and just sit there for a couple hours and let the zombies and the robots fight it out. So like I said, the robots and the zombies, they're having some fun. Uh-oh, here they come. Alright, let's go stand next to the controls. Oops. Monoblade on. Alright, so, for folks that complain about they can't kill more than 1 or 2 zombies without running out of stamina, sure you can. You're just doing it wrong. There we go. How many corpses do we have? We killed that many, -1. And the scientist was already dead. And we're at half stamina. Let's wait a little bit. Death to all blobs. Because they're stinky. Ah, slavering biter. That's more like it. Let's see how we do against this guy. Oh, missing's not good. Not against the slavering. 29. 47. Down he goes. He didn't get a single hit on me? Wait, was he missing because of my dodge? Or was he hitting but not getting damage through? Climbs to his feet. He didn't get a single swing in. What the hell? Zombie dies. You attack, but you miss, but you don't let up. You deliver a punch. You miss. You deliver an L hook. I knocked him down apparently, and then I killed him. Huh. That's all occurring within a second or two. I wonder if one of these stunned him or something. I'll have to watch the status of the zombies as I fight them. Yes, my zombie children, come visit me in my death carnal kill house. Carnage, not carnal. Not that kind of house. Words. What I want to know is how are these guys detecting me and coming at me around these corners? How are the guys streaming up this way and coming over here? I mean, maybe the combat noise? How many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe the noises are coming out this far? See, why are these guys... well, actually, some of them might be coming because the gunfire here is pulling them up this way, and then they're seeing me and coming after me. I suspect that's what's happening. Because there's a turret sitting right in this hallway right here. That's what's shooting and making all the noise. So, no, I don't think it's the smell. Nah, it's definitely not the smell. I haven't moved yet, so my smell... I don't have any smell adjusting traits, so my scent cloud is pretty small. Which I already knew. No, I'm sure it's the gun. It's the gunfire here. It's pulling them from these lower areas up through this main north-south hallway. And then as soon as they get to this point, they go, oh, tasty flesh, and they come over here to eat me. It's going to take me an hour just to pulp. Clean up. Clean up aisle 4. That's funny. Yeah. Alright. Goo canister! Most powerful weapon in the game. I'll take a goo canister. I'm looking for exotic items off of the scientists, especially CBMs, of course. There's a mop. I can clean the area. That's nice. They brought me a mop to clean up all the blood. I also want a doctor's badge. In case I ever do come across another friendly nurse. We can try to max out our chances of getting CBMs installed. Hazmats. Don't care. Binoculars. Don't care. Active defense system. More morphine. Oh, that's right. I'm not wearing my backpack. Autoclave pouches even. Nice. And an ID card. Alright, that's not a bad start. Let's pop upstairs for a sec. I'll go ahead and grab our backpack. A and B C. If you haven't seen an A and B C suit, it's an armored, Armored impermeable full body suit functions as body armor, as well as protecting from nuclear, biological, and chemical hazards. Requires a separate gas mask for full protection. That is the Big Daddy, other than the new tech one in the lab finale. That's the Big Daddy protection right there. 100% coverage, big time encumbrance, with pretty good protection values, but it's also got all of this stuff. Does not conduct electricity, protects from electric discharge, so you can't get shocked by zombies, protects you from any gas, protection from radiation, all the protections. So, it can be stored in a hiking backpack and a golf bag. Nice. So, that's pretty good stuff. Made of layered Kevlar and plastic. Take that apart for more Kevlar, and a Kevlar vest for more Kevlar. Yeah, it's basically the Half-Life armored suit. It's, what is it called? I forget what it's called again. It's been a while since I've seen it. Phase Immersion Suit. That's the one. That's basically the Half-Life suit. Covered in interlocking plates of reflective metal, advanced suit resembles both plate armor and an astronaut spacesuit. Protected wear during extra-dimensional excursions. Offers unparalleled environmental protection. I hope to come across one in one of the labs we're going to hit. Alright, so... maybe I'll pick that up. I do want the ID card. I want the autoclave. And I want the active defense. And we'll go ahead and take Gustav. I think that was it. Okie doke. Did I miss anything up here? Shotguns. Nope. Alright, so the elevator area is clear. As far as I remember, there's only one turret. That's just down this hallway. You can't get to it without going through this wall or going around. And it may be dead. The zombies might have gotten to it. Probably not, but maybe. Gotta remember I'm wearing my backpack now. Dodge is 9.2 with the backpack in its current inflatable position, or inflatable status. So we're at, what, 16 encumbrance, 40 when full, so yeah, we'll see how that changes, but our dodge is high enough, I probably won't need to worry about it taking too much damage from all these low-level guys. Oh god, I hate this lighting system. Hate it. Watch, I'll be wrong about where the turrets are located, and I'll get one shot by a turret when I'm rolling around. That'll be awesome. Ooh, technician, huh? Try to steal my mono blade. Who's got fun stuff? Nothing. Nothing. Really? None of you guys? They're gonna force me to go into the dissect stupid scientist zombie business. I really don't wanna. Blobs! Death to all blobs! Oh, diamond cornea. Good job, scientist. That'll take. Pretty much the only reason to come here on a non-mutation run. Man, I love being able to swing that much without losing all my stamina. Another autoclave. No thanks. No thanks. Give. And don't care. I don't remember if I took a flu shot. Let's take a flu shot. Where'd you go, flu shot? Stupid man hack. Come here, man hack. Punk. Trying to pulp zombies here. Okay, let's keep going this way. Man hacks, you killed a lot of stuff. Nothing useful. Don't make me chase you. Egg. That's the thing I hate the most about him, is chasing him around. What you got? Things to do with milk. Unload. All of these guys are carrying autoclaves around with them? 76-pound autoclaves? It was a little odd. We are in the south corner. It's a big square. If you haven't seen one of these places before, it's just a big giant square. I gotten hit yet? I don't think I've gotten hit yet. Teleporter. We'll grab a teleporter. That's odd enough to grab. Fortunately, I can't do the cargo dimension. Yay, one hit. We are One Punch Man. But yeah, I can't do the cargo dimension. We don't have the mod for that one. Alright, our starting room is up there, so I shouldn't have to worry about a turret anytime soon. The only thing I don't like about this place is it's just so much chemistry, just general chemistry stuff, and that's it. There's just nothing else in here. Let's finish off this section. I mean, it's just thousands and thousands of chemistry things. Same stuff over and over and over again. More goo canisters. Oh! Almost missed it! Almost missed it! We have achieved the doctor's badge. I'm trying to kill them all in one area so I can stand in one spot and loot everything. Makes it a little faster. Don't care. Don't care. Nope. Oh, shotgun arm CBM. Already got the metabolic. I don't think I can bring myself to do a shotgun arm. One of these days, but this is not that day. Don't need batteries. Don't need any of that. I think I might turn a filter on to not show me filthy anymore. Can't think of anything else now that I have the doctor's badge that I would care about here. Alright, let's... Here you can see. One or two. Oh, what is that? Wait. Kevlar zombie and a zombie necroboomer. Well, there's a little bit higher quality enemy. L hook for 12. He's gonna punch me. If he can land a hit. What am I at? 8.7. I think I might back off. Get my hiking backpack dropped. 10.8. Yeah, I think it might be worth it for this fight. You're gonna land a hit. Man, he's gonna take a lot of swinging. Stamina actually might be an issue here. Doing no damage except for on crits, I think. It's funny. He can't hit me either, but I can't get any damage on him unless I get a crit, apparently. So that's gonna burn my stamina. I still got that necro over there. I could kill everything around him. I would also be low stamina. Get out my battle rifle for a point-blank burst. Goo him. Well, it's not a guarantee. Why not? Goo canister, yeah. Unfortunately, it landed in the wrong spot. So I want him to be able to punch me straight on without me hitting a wall. Somebody got to hit in. Down to 2 bars. Come on, scientists. So, I guess I could just stand here. Hey, he finally got a punch off. Did no damage. I guess I'll just, I'll get some stamina back while he tries to punch me. Hey, am I getting dodge training? Am I getting dodge training? Look at that. 8%. You hitting me or you hitting my blob? We're up to 11%. You hit me again, you bad man. My blob's almost gone. No, hit me instead. It's kind of hilarious just sitting there and standing still to regain stamina while Kevlar zombies trying to hit you. We're up to 14%. That was kind of funny. The power of the dodge. And we got super punched a few times. You can see we took no damage from the punches. I got nicked by something. Something got a point through. I'm honestly really surprised that the standard zombies aren't getting any damage through. I'm not wearing that much protection. So I have had this conversation a lot. So for folks that have heard this, go get a drink or something while I talk about protection levels and what I try to achieve with my characters. Standard zombies you can expect to do about 10 to 12 points of damage, so I aim for 12 points of protection on all my body parts at 100% if I can manage it. So things like the flame-resistant suit, the hood, the suit, the gloves, and so on are great because they are 100% coverage, and they provide 3 and 3 protection. They're not all the same, like that's 2 and 2, that's 3 and 3, that's 2 and 2, but you get the idea. It's 100%, so it always protects against that damage value. It doesn't bypass ever. The army helmet, for example, is great coverage, but it's only 85%, so 15% of the attacks are completely bypassing all of this protection. So coverage is the #1 most important stat to be aware of if you're not familiar with how the armor system works. This is directly the percentage chance that a hit that goes to that location is going to use that armor. So 85% of the time, if a head location is hit, this protection value will be applied and deducted from the damage that's coming in. But 15% can be a large number if you've got a dozen zombies all wailing away at you simultaneously. If you're in a crowd, then you're going to have a bunch of hits come through that are going to completely bypass this protection. So I will opt for 100% coverage at much lower protection values in many circumstances. In this case, we've got multiple things on our head. We've got the flame-resistant suit, the army helmet, and the survivor hood. So the hood's at 100, both hoods are at 100%. So I've got 6-8 and 3-3, so that's what, 9-11 protection from the 2 hoods, and then the helmet 85% of the time is boosting it way up. But the point I'm trying to make is I try to aim for 12-12 protection or as close to that as I can get. If you can achieve it, then you're effectively immune to standard zombie damage, the regular 99 million regular zombies that are out there. There are exceptions, of course, as you go up to the higher level and more dangerous zombies, but you'll be immune to most damage. Having more protection than that is effectively useless. So, I mean, I don't get excited about things like the Asapi vest and stuff like that because it's irrelevant for 99.999% of the fights I'm going to get into. So, you only need 12 out of 12. If you got 12 bash, 12 cut protection at 100%, you are going to be able to basically laugh in the face of most danger. You can still get yourself killed, don't get me wrong. But what I'm surprised at is that with all this stuff trying to hit me, I've only taken 2 nicks so far. 2 tiny bits of damage with all the swings coming in. Because I'm wearing light survivor suit. This isn't the heavy stuff. So we've only got 6-8 on the suit itself. Now, in addition to that, I'm wearing the flame resistant. And that's it. That's all I've got on my torso, the main hit location. So we're only at 810 at 100%. So I'm really, really surprised how little damage we've taken. Now, a huge amount of that is probably based on dodge. We're probably not actually getting hit very often because of this really high number. Because I know I should be taking a lot more damage. But I'm curious, Saoirse, you still around, or somebody that really knows the code still around? Does your dodge stay at its normal level even if you're completely winded? And should it, if it does? Shouldn't, like, as your stamina depletes, you shouldn't have the ability to dodge blows as effectively? So, especially when you hit winded, I think there should be a massive debuff to your dodge ability if you're heavily panting and got your hands on your knees and so on. Because I think my dodge stayed consistent even when I was really low. Well, can we simulate this? Let's run my stamina down to 0 real quick. Alright, so my breath gives out. Dodge 0. Okay, so I am losing my dodge. That's cool. As long as I am. I was really hoping that was the case. So if we get out of winded status, what happens then? So now I'm not winded. Oh. See, I don't quite agree with that. It's an all or nothing. It's another one of those arbitrary lines. I think your dodge ability should scale down, not just go from... I've got 1/2 point of breath left, and I'm at 10.3 dodge. Take that last half point away, and all of a sudden I'm at 0 dodge. I hate arbitrary lines. I'll keep saying it. I prefer scaling systems for things like this. So if my stamina's at 50%, maybe not make it 50% dodge. It doesn't have to be a direct corollary. But I think whatever the highest dodge and the lowest dodge are, it should be scaled down as you lose your stamina or you go out of wind. But I don't like it being an all-or-nothing thing. So, I mean, right now I'm at 10.3 dodge with damn near no stamina. So if I run that last point off, it's the instant we hit winded status. Right there. Now I'm at 0. I hate that. I don't like that kind of a system. I think it should have some kind of a scaling involved. Maybe even not lower dodge at all until you hit 50% stamina. Then start to scale it downward to its maximum negative value. So you're perfectly fine up through green stamina, down into yellow stamina, but maybe as soon as you hit that last, I don't know, pick a number, 50%, 30%, somewhere, I think as you start to do the heavy breathing and so on, your dodge should be less effective. So, yeah, let me make a quick note.